Well, welcome back to another episode of, well, I don't know if this will be a Front Porch Friday video or not. But if it is, welcome back to another episode of Front Porch Friday. There are a couple of deer right down here about 60 yards watching me. I got a feeder out here right past my bow target. They come up to eat. And no, I don't shoot them there. But anyway, I know what you're thinking. Don, what in the world are you talking about? American Idol teaching us one of the most important lessons, life lessons, and most of us completely missing it. Follow along. I think by the time I get done explaining this, y'all are going to agree with me. Some of you may get butthurt about it, but that's just the way the truth is. You know, obviously here lately, last 5 years, 10 years, truth but hurts a lot of people. They don't want to hear it. La, 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 don't, I don't want to hear it. La, 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 la. So, but I'm going to lay it out for you. They're just nonchalant, just feeding. Actually, there's 3 of them now. There was 2 of them. I don't know. Huh. So anyway, sorry, dear. Now, I know a lot of y'all watched American Idol. Personally, never cared for the show. I don't even know if it's still on. But when I was married, my wife, as well as a lot of other people, just loved that show every week. And being the good husband I was, I wanted to spend time with her. I sat there in the evenings and watched it with her. Going like, my thought was like, really? Really? But anyway, deer easily distract me. So anyway, I'd watch it, and I'd try to hold my sarcastic remarks to a minimum. But what was the most popular, most watched episodes of American Idol? Any guesses? That's right, the tryouts. Why were the tryouts so popular? Why did people love to watch the tryouts? Because it wasn't the people who were really good that we really wanted to see. It was like a train wreck or an auto accident when you slow down. Some people almost stop in the damn road going, break their necks trying to see what's going on. Same with American Idol. It was the train wrecks that we were really interested in. And to be honest, that's the ones that interested me too. I could care less about what whoever, no dog, that's a no for me, dog, and all this other stuff. Sorry. Lost train of thought. I'll be back. Okay. But it was the most horrible people that got up there that couldn't hold a note in a bucket that we wanted. And we laughed at them. Did you not laugh at them? You did. I know you did. I can see you right now. Most of you probably had some of your favorites that couldn't sing. But yet they got up there and they thought they were the best ever. And what happened when they were told no? Some of them accepted it, went on with their life. But others, what do you mean? I can't go on. I'm good. I'm really good. But all my friends and family tell me how good I'll be, that I should be a star. Y'all don't know what you're talking about. They were freaking crushed. Why were they crushed? They told you why. Because their friends and family been telling them for a long time how good they was. They lying to them. What should have happened, friends and family said, yeah, stop being nice because you're not doing them any favor. Should have said, yeah, not so much. Singing's just not your thing. But they were crushed. And because friends and family, once again, oh, you're so good, you should be on American Idol. And they'd go and they'd try out, and the people would laugh at them and just freaking crush them because all their lives, or for however long they were singing, the people that around them should have loved them the most and been honest with them lied to them and just told them that they sucked, basically. But no, you had to go before a national audience to get proved. And I know what you're still thinking, Don. Okay, so we have sucky people who think they can sing, go to American Idol who can't sing. Everybody, the whole country's laughing at it. The whole world, probably. I guess it went around the world. I think other countries had their own version of it. Oh, she just bedded down. There went one down. Why do I love live out here? I got deer bedded down 70 yards down from me. The other one's saying, no, I'm going to go eat. So, anyway, give you an example. Well, let me tell you why. It was because they were told they were as good as Miley Cyrus or whatever her name is, or whoever's on that show that was a judge, Mariah Cyrus or whatever, I don't know. Oh, you're just as good as she is. But it's to this culture, and that's probably when show was on 20 years ago? We're equal. You're just as good as what's her name up there? What is her name? The one chick that was on there originally. I don't know. She was supposed to be a singer or something. As far as I'm concerned, she couldn't hold a tune in the bucket either without auto-tone. Most of them, if you notice, that live audience, not so much. They're not that great. Oh, other one bedded down. So, but they were crushed because they weren't equal. And this is the one thing that American Idol taught us that most of y'all completely missed. We're not equal. We were never meant to be equal. But this culture we have now, oh, we're all equal. We're all equal. We have equal rights. You kill somebody, you go to prison. If I kill somebody, I go to prison. I steal from you, get caught, I go to jail. You steal from me, get caught, you go to jail. Same rights, whether you want to believe it or not. But as humans, we are not all created equal. And that's a good thing. I have skills, abilities, and talents that you will never have. You probably got skills, abilities, and talents that I could never have. Some of you do. My best friend in high school, we were pretty equal going through school as far as grades. We were pretty good, except for one thing. He was a freaking math genius. He could do stuff in his head. He would often argue with the teachers about math problems. And sometimes they agreed, okay, we see your point, but this is the way we want it done, but why not do it this way over here? Because this, I get the same answer, but quicker. Well, because the textbook says, that's how smart he was. He could do the crap in his head. Me? Not so much. I hate math. And I could never understand why I could not be as good as him in math. Science, biology, English, all that, we were pretty much equal. Social studies, civics, whatever that was called back then, we were pretty equal. But math, he excelled at math. Then when we got in high school, I had one of the math teachers talk me into taking Algebra 1. Big mistake. So I took it. Big mistake. First D I ever had in school. But me and him hunted together, so I consider him kind of a friend. But my buddy ate it up. He could do the crap in his head, I'm telling you. Second year, teacher taught me in taking Algebra 2. First effort I ever had, Algebra 2. Just could not comprehend the stuff. My buddy, no problem. Him and the teacher would have debates about stuff. I would get a freaking headache listening to him. I said, y'all, I'm out. So it took me decades. Man, I was probably, to realize we're not equal. I wasn't equal to him. He knew math inside out. He loved that stuff. Me, I hate it. I hate it to this day. I suck at it. He didn't. I was, I don't know, in my 20s or 30s, whatever, and I had an 04 diesel pickup that broke down. The water pump disintegrated. But luckily I coasted into a convenience store. I got out and had it all disassembled, went over the payphone. This was before cell phones. Called my dad. I was about an hour away from the house. And he said, well, I guess his wife at the time, her daughter lived about 10 minutes away. She can come down and take you to the parts store. I said, okay. So she did, and she pulls up and she goes, oh my gosh. I said, what? Did you do that? I said, do what? She take that truck apart? Yeah. I had to get the pump off. Are you going to be able to put it back together? Yeah. I said, goes together the opposite way it came apart, except for the new part. Because my husband did something like that, you might as well just call salvage yard. She goes, there's no way he'd get that back together. He goes, he is not mechanically inclined. To me, it was easy peasy. To other people, I guess it's just like math is to me. So we're not created equal. My mama loved her, she was a saint. But she lied to me. Only lie I think she ever told me was, son, you can do anything you want to if you put your mind to it. Mama, no. It just doesn't work that way. And, I appreciate the sentiment. But, if I go out here and I practice 10 hours a day to be a gymnast, am I going to the Olympics? Probably not. I'm going to end up with a lot of broken bones, a lot of bruises. And I still probably wouldn't even make a local match. Some of us just aren't built that way. We aren't wired that way. Stop telling your kids that they are equal. Oh, you're equal. You can do what little Johnny does. You can do what Susie does. That is the biggest load of crock. And sooner or later, they will realize you lied to them. When they get crushed and go for a national audience and they're trying to sing and they suck, and the whole country is laughing at them. And I'm sure some of them contestants were emotionally scarred over that. Some of them, you had to be almost carried out. Oh, my dreams are crushed. You need new dreams. Man, that's the worst. I would say it was one of the worst things you could do to your kids is build them up something that they suck at. And they will never be good at. My daughter, I always told her, I don't really care what you do as long as you're good at it and you enjoy it. And she was wanting to be a nurse. She got what was that? I can't even think the little entry level whatever. What is that? CNI, CNT, Certified Nursing Assistant, CNA, I guess. Anyway, she gets her job at hospital. About my folks says, Dad, I don't want to be a bedside nurse after all. She goes, those nurses She goes, they're some of the rudest people I've ever met. She goes, I don't know why they're in business. I said, they're in this business because one, they got lured by the money. Two, by the the persona. Oh, I'm a nurse. Oh, she's a nurse. Look at, oh. And she goes, Dad, they're so rude to patients, and they're so rude sometimes to, she goes, they're cliquish. They have their cliques. And if you're not in that clique, they can be very rude to you, other coworkers. So welcome to the real world, baby. Working. So she decided, she goes, I like helping people and being in this industry, just I don't want to be a nurse. So now she's going to paramedic school. She's on a ambulance, loves it, loves it. She's that, and I said, you know, I'm I'm very thankful and proud of you that you realized early on I don't want to do. I thought I wanted to do this, but I don't. But I'm going to change to something I think. I'm going to find what I want that I'm passionate about and that I love to do. That's what I always tell her. Find something you love to do, you'll never work a day in your life. And that's what some people. Now, anyway, was there other things in school she wanted to be? Man, they're just chilling down, man. They got their necks stretched out. They are out. But she she realized early on there, and I tried not to lie to her. I lied to her a couple times. Yeah, baby, you can do anything you want to. You put your mind to it. I'm thinking, don't tell her that, because I know there's things that she'll never be able to do. I said, but I said, there's limitations to everything. I said, there'll maybe some things you want to do that you're not good at. You have to realize that, and no amount of practice, no amount of dedication will make you great at it. So I said, but find something you like, and you can, there are some things you can work at and be great at. Me being a gymnast, nah, never wanted to be. Nope. My mom was the type that, son, you can do anything you want to. My dad, he's a realist. I could say, Mom, I want to be an astronaut. She said, son, I believe you can be a good astronaut. You put your mind to it. I'd go to my dad. I'd say, Dad, I want to be an astronaut. Son, let me tell you, astronauts usually come from being fighter pilots in the Air Force or Navy, Marines, or something like that. And he'd be going, now, son, those cockpits on those fighter jets are awful small, and you're a big old boy. You're just not going to fit in there, son. Now, you could probably be a airline captain or a cargo plane pilot, but not a jet. So your chances of really becoming an astronaut, not that great. And, I could have been bummed. I didn't tell him I wanted to be an astronaut, but I'm using that example. But that was the way my mom and dad parented. And when I grew up, I thought, I want to be like my mom. Let's say when I became a parent and started dishing out advice, I hear my dad coming out of my mouth all the time, because I realize there are some things you just ain't going to do. So this world needs to realize we are not created equal. Stop saying we are, because we're not. And work on your strengths and be the best you can. And realize that there are just some things you're not going to be able to do. And, again, if I wanted to do the parallel bars or whatever, the balance beam, whatever, I can't even walk across a log without falling off. Could I practice 10 hours a day? I might get where I could walk across that beam, but that's pretty much it. Handstands and all that jumping and stuff, nah. There's going to be some bodily injury involved. So, again, this is one of the most important things. Once you realize you are not equal to everyone, world is, and that you have strengths that others don't have, and weaknesses that maybe someone has strengths. Once you realize all that, things make a whole hell of a lot more sense. and you can deal with stuff a lot easier, and your kids can too. Well, I'm going to tell little Johnny he needs to be an attorney. Maybe little Johnny don't want to be an attorney. You force your kid to be an attorney. Is he going to be a great one? Probably not. Maybe he wants to be a welder or a scuba diver. Who knows? Stop telling your kids that they can do anything that they put their mind to, because they can't. Not unless they're really gifted in that and talented and have the ability to learn the one. So anyway, I've been wanting to do that video for a long time. I just didn't know how to put it together, and it still didn't come quite like I wanted. But the main thing is, we are not equal. Okay, we have equal rights, but as far as and that's what makes us individuals. How boring would life be if we were all equal? If I could sing as good as King George, Amarillo by morning, up from San Antonio. How boring would that be if everybody sang just as good as George Strait? Or, I don't know, did anything. We were all equal. It would be freaking boring, and we probably wouldn't get much done. So anyway, I rambled on enough, but I appreciate you watching. So anyway, catch you on the next one. I am starting I'm going to do a question and answer, frequently asked question video sooner or later. So be mindful if you have any questions. It'll probably be a month or so, because I'm, work's picking up and I need to get out and get busy. Oh man, they're still. I just wonder if I can sneak up on them. So I will go back from probably this video onward and look at the questions and take my frequently asked questions from the comments section. So just leave them below. If I don't get to them, because I don't see all the comments. I don't get notification of all the comments. There is a comment section in my dashboard I have to actually go to see the comments. Sometimes I forget to go there. Some comments I do get a notification, hey, so-and-so commented on your video. I try to answer those. So if I don't answer them, don't think that I didn't see them, that I'll probably get to them in that frequently asked questions video about off-grid homesteading and, off-grid homesteading, stuff like that. So anyway, keep that in mind, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thank you for watching.